fresh squeeze, tangerine dreams, I'm sliding. Stocks up, dashboard digital, I'm gliding. Organic plates, salmon over quinoa. Keep it authentic, everything you see raw.
Welcome back, everybody, to CV Hustle, a podcast where we talk to the best and brightest entrepreneurs in the Coachella Valley. Today's special guest is a jack of all trades. He's a musician. He owns 2 companies, Raiden Concepts and Drone Scope Mapping. Mr. Brandon Ray Henderson, thank you for coming in, man.
So that was our first real gig, and it was awesome. And I remember I didn't really know how to price it.
But who paid you, the vintage or him?
No, yeah. So that was the thing too. Is I thought that vintage was my client, and it kind of turned into they're just gonna take the whole contract and they're gonna pay you now and whatever.
Yeah.
And it worked out fine. They're really nice guys. We've done a couple more things for them since. But I was like, dude, we made it. Yes, we're gonna pay this gear off soon. It's gonna be great. No,
it was like that $10,000 job.
So now we're $45,000 in, or almost $50,000 in on this thing, and everyone's like, "Cool, who are your clients?" I don't have any clients. What do you mean?
Not yet.
I don't have those yet. But the fact that I have this shit now, and I can be I flex it, and really start shopping it around. I'm gonna find people.
If you want to come do mine and test mine, you're welcome.
Oh,
you're welcome.
We're so far beyond that now, but but next time you get a new place,
and I will,
I'll be lightning fast at
all right,
helping you with the pre-planning.
Okay.
You'll be our at how much better it is now. I'm cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. So I think Q1 of our first year in business
was 25 or 24.
2025.
Okay. And you just started at the end of 24 with this, right? That's a relatively.
Yeah. So 2025 was our first year in business, and dude, I think we started, but we bought more shit. We were $80,000 in on equipment now, and I think we only made 10 in 3 months, and I was fucking horrified, dude. I was so bummed. I was what are we doing? I was just gonna wipe everything off the table and move to Mexico. I was we're out of here, guys.
It didn't work out.
We tried. Tell my family I loved them. Yeah, really bummed. And then April hit, and I had, countless lines in the water. I was on the phone for 3 months. Dude, I'm doing this new thing, and everyone's like, "That's awesome! Can't wait to use it." And I was like, "When?" Sure, let's go.
Well, they probably couldn't even understand.
No,
when you told me
to,
I'm
sell the.
And they still
what
don't.
You're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not brand new. People have been kind of doing what we're doing for a minute, but it's a very, very underserved market.
We're a little behind out here.
Do you need any investors?
In some other things.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a few softwares I want to develop. I've turned into this man. And we'll get there in a minute, assuming we have time. I want to develop multiple softwares, and one of them has to do with tiles. Offering solutions for material counts and layout and things like that.
Hey, but you know what?
And fabrication.
Add-ons keep me in business. I swear to God.
But we should talk about that later for sure.
Let's do it.
So I had all these lines in the water, right? And finally, eventually you're going to get some bites. Well, April hit of 25, and I took off. I think we made $30,000 in just that month.
Nice. Okay.
So I was okay, thank God. We're
getting the profitability. We're getting the profitability.
Recouping our investment. My big thing was me and Bruce agreed, let's pay off the gear. Let's not even pay ourselves. Let's just. Luckily, we had our own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
He had his. He does video editing and.
Okay.
He'll go out and film shit. He'll film. He sets up all this stuff, man. He'll do this. He's got all the gear. He's great. So we weren't totally leaning on drone scope mapping, for income. But yeah, we had just spent all this money on all this equipment. We were wow, I was really scared. Dude, we're at we're 150 plus now in equipment.
Fuck.
Yeah. It just keeps going. But we're, it's paying for itself. So started doing pretty good in Q2. It really ramped up, and summer hit last year, and I was the drone thing's cool and all, but it did kind of get hot, and we're if we're not doing shit out of town, there's not much to do here. And I just started well, I'm still doing my 3D thing. So, and I'm doing these big spaces. So I'm like, well, bro, like we can't fucking bring the drones inside. So we bought a little hand scanner and it looks like a alien zapper. It's so funny. I got to show you a picture of it. It's cool. But yeah, it's this little hand scanner thing. It stands for SLAM. It's called a SLAM scanner. It stands for simultaneous localization and mapping. We'd cruise around with this thing and it'd fucking scan the whole space. And then we learned pretty quick, like, yeah, that data is like kind of noisy. It's not amazing, but it's better than nothing. Well, it's better than that. Terrestrial scanning. I'm like, dude, I rented one of those back in 2021. Remember that fucking thing?
Yeah.
I wish we could show pictures of these things as I'm talking.
Yeah, Danny can.
Danny
can do
will.
that.
Oh, really?
He'll look
yeah.
it up.
Cool.
He's the
yeah,
man.
I can send you the Anyway, so we started looking these things up, and the one I rented had like a newer version out now, and it's like $70,000 instead of $50,000.
Oh,
Of course.
But we had just gotten a gig at the JW Marriott.
No.
And we had McCallum was in talks with us of like, hey, we really need like a 3D model of the stage, like the
Right.
production,
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
the production manager
Absolutely.
there, director, whatever, a good friend of ours, Russell Holmes, was like, man, you know, all these people coming in like want to pre-plan these big productions. They're doing projection mapping, and he's like, you know, we've never had a 3D model of the space or much CAD or anything. So I was like, well, let's rent that thing again. Let's see what we can do with it. So as soon as we rented it, started like, I was like, hey, like, you know, we'll take it to the JW. We actually had already had that job mostly done, but they added more. They were like, we want to do the big ballrooms now because we did all the other space, and because they thought they had what they already needed for that, but then it turns out they didn't. That was the thing. We scanned a bunch of the space, and then I was like, hey guys, your old CAD files, like those fucking doors aren't in the right place. And they were like, and you've been using these for years, like, come on. Yeah, so you know, the event planners there need really clean floor plans.
Totally.
They need to be able to put their tables
For
and
sure.
chairs in, banquet
For
tables,
sure.
60-inch rounds.
They gotta know their numbers, right?
Dude, like, and sometimes like every inch counts.
Yeah.
So I kind of looked at their data and was like, oh, I pulled their CAD file into our thing, and I was like, it's so off. I was like, there's no way. Like, so I went back there and I physically started measuring shit, and I was like, oh my god, like our data is like right there. Like,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
amazing. So that was like a big win. But we were using that hand scanner though, and like the corners aren't very defined, and it just didn't look as, it just wasn't as efficient as I wanted it to be, even though that thing cost like $7,000.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than a phone though. It's a lot better than the
true.
data you do. It's people running around with their phone. Oh, I can LiDAR scan my phone. Like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
great, but like, it's not that good. The $7,000 thing we bought was better, but like still kind of like, still kind of noisy. So we rented the $70,000 thing and we brought it in, and it was fucking like hallelujah.
Amazing.
Like, oh my god, like it's so much better. It's so good, and it shoots 500 feet, and like we could do anything, as no matter how tall it is. Really, I mean, we could do Acrisure. So as I was like scanning the JW, I got this call like, hey, like, can you come scan this thing in Las Vegas? I got your number from so and so, and I was
Oh
like,
wow. Okay.
dude, we're actually going to be in Vegas for a convention next week. Like, maybe we'll keep this thing for another week and just bring it out. And like, we were just getting calls. I'm like, I think we got to buy this thing, dude. And like,
The next big
Oh.
investment.
I
huh?
know. And I'm like, I don't know if I can borrow $70,000. Like, did you financing? I'm like, I think my credit's pretty good. Like, shit. So we financed this fucking, it was like buying a new Audi.
Yeah. Buying a new car.
He's like, and now we live in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if I was telling my wife I was like doing it.
Oh my
like,
gosh. Yeah. Might be. Yeah.
she doesn't really ask
Learn all
anymore.
this stuff
She
when
kind of
watches
like,
the podcast.
Just trust you.
she
though.
believes in whatever.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, dude, you got it.
Right.
Whatever. Like, I just bought a $5,000 laptop. I don't think I told her.
Yeah.
Sorry, babe. Yeah, so we bought that thing though, and as soon as we bought that thing, that really amplified our business. I got a call. Some dude on LinkedIn like saw me make a post on LinkedIn about scanning something and was like, hey,
No
sent me like a
shit.
cold call email basically, and was just like, I run the Cow Palace Arena up near San Francisco. Have you guys heard of this place?
I have heard of that
It's
place.
84 years old. It's monstrous, big tank of a building, 100-foot ceilings, big truss in the ceilings, like crazy ribs, you know, like for rigging and shit. And they're like, yeah, like, you know, we're doing all these large EDM shows. Like it's become this like hip thing. So like, dude, like the Rolling Stones used to play there, Grateful Dead, like all the big, whoever
Big
biggest of the big have
rock
played there.
In the 60s,
yeah,
right?
totally. But now they're doing like EDM shit, like really big shows, like, you know, so, and everyone's always like, great, let me get your CAD file. And he's like, we don't really have that. So he was like, can you bring your drones in and scan the inside? And I was like, no, but we have something else that will absolutely do it. And yeah, I think you know, made a pretty big proposal because I was like, we could do like the outside, we could do like all this. And he's like, well, I really just need this. So like we came to terms on the budget. I might have come in slightly low just because I really wanted the gig. But I was like, you kind of have to know when to do that.
Yeah.
You have to know when to like, kind of give a deal just because you want the gig because you know that once you do it, you can like.
Costco sells hot dogs at cheap.
It's a loss leader.
Yeah, man. Yeah, exactly. But it's because we did it, it's turned into way more opportunity. Yeah, awesome. For sure. So. Yeah.
Sounds like
so
we kind of going to the next level here.
We've turned into this like reality capture business. Like we're still doing drone stuff sometimes. I thought like landscape architects were going to be our bread and butter. I was like, in the beginning,
you're like,
oh, dude, no, not really.
Still the indoor stuff, huh?
I've met plenty of them, and they're all great. And you know, I've done a few gigs, but no, we're not really doing that much. Like, I might even change the name. We're not really doing a lot of drone work,
right?
I'm kidding. I'm mostly kidding, but kind of not kidding too. So like, we're
rebranding.
I have a Matterport camera now, actually too. It's a 360 camera for virtual tours. Matterport's just like a big company that offers it. There's other companies that do it too. But you know, you click a circle, you move on the ground, and like a real estate listing. I have one of those.
Oh, okay.
So every job we do now, we use that thing for insides, and then we laser scan everything, and then we can 3D model it. And then I met this dude who's like 2 tests away from becoming an architect, and he's our guy, man. Like, and he's a grinder. He's a young dude, and he's got a family, and like he has a day job, but like he's like send me work. So like he'll work at night. He's like, I'll put in 30 hours a week for you. I was like, what? Okay. So we started scanning the shit out of everything and just sending this dude our stuff, and he's pumping out, you know, our CAD for us. So I don't even really draw a lot of my 3D models anymore. I just have him do it. Yeah, he's amazing at it. And then I'll get it back, and then now. If we would have did that for your place, scanned it, let him draw it, I would have had it in like days, and then we could have just went to town on design.
Right.
So you just do sales now? Is that what you're kind of the role is the company now?
So Bruce, I guess kind of getting back real quick to when drone scope mapping started, we kind of quickly made this agreement because it was obvious that Bruce is like our operations guy. Like he's Mr. Wizard. He's so smart when it comes to software and equipment and figuring out all that shit, right? And like I'm okay at it, but like I apply myself, I teach my things that I want to learn, but I was like, if I don't have to like do that though,
that's what
he has his Part 107 pilot's license.
Wow.
Which you need to commercially fly drones.
The drone, right?
Yeah. Like I have a little one. Sometimes I would take up and just kind of get a couple shots, you know, like real quick, but like I don't do like commercial projects. Like I'm not a licensed pilot for that. But Bruce had it. So I was like, great, you're our pilot. I don't really want to do it anyway. So here we go. So typically, like, we'll go out and scan stuff. And I was like going in the beginning a bit, but mostly it was him. I would send him out, and sometimes he'd bring a helping hand if he needed it.
Nice.
And I could stay home and continue selling. Like, I'm way more valuable when I'm at my desk.
Yeah.
Taking calls and emails. And
you seem like you're the personality behind the company.
He's got a great personality too, but I guess like I'm the guy that the clients know more.
Right.
Like all of our accounts are mine, like my networking, right? So yeah, networking, man. Networking really goes a long way. Remember I told you earlier I'm really awful at marketing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
I can only imagine. I can only imagine if we marketed. Holy shit.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to get to that point at some point.
I want to. I think like we spent the first year though really refining our skills and learning and like making maybe a few mistakes here or there. Nothing like bad that ever tanked us, but like, yeah, like we definitely, it's not plug and play. That's a good point I should bring up. The big challenges with this business is the equipment's really expensive, but anybody with money can go out and buy it.
Right.
So if you got $100,000 laying around, you can go buy drones and LiDAR scanners and all this shit. Anybody can buy it. But then once you turn it on,
right?
Yeah, the software, like which software do you use to do what with? And there's lots of different variables there. So, dude, we're like just obsessed with figuring it out. We're very solution oriented people. We're always trying to solve challenges. So then you got to figure out how to use all this shit. Great. Now who do you sell it to? So it's these three like really big challenges.
Yeah.
And we've like made strides and overcome all of them, but it's still hard. With Raiden Concepts, I don't really start any job anymore without drone scope mapping now. Like drone scope mapping's first.
They're first.
Kind of has to be.
So that leads to your other.
If it's a remodel or a renovation or even like planning your empty space, like you got like 2 acres and you're thinking about like, I got some land out here, bro. I'm thinking about we could do fucking glamping over here. We could do like a shop over here. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do that without drone scope mapping coming in first.
So they're gonna do the front work of what you do on the back end.
It all starts,
that business feeds your other business.
Unless like an architect is giving me a 3D model or 2D plans to work off, sure, we can work with that. But if there's like nothing yet for the space, like I like to say we're delivering spatial intelligence. So drone scope mapping will come in early, like, and capture all the data of the site, existing conditions. Now we can get it all drawn in 3D.
So like if you did say because he and I were interested at one time buying like 5-acre property out in like Landers or wherever the hell.
High desert.
It'd be smart to do that now because that's next.
Yeah.
That's where people are going to move eventually.
Totally. Now you made me lose my train of thought. Shit.
So
we're gonna buy.
I know that.
So if you had a big lot and if drone scope mapping were to come in,
he could come in and draw it up for us. Right, if we're gonna build on there.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
No, but I think
Anyway,
but
okay.
you were wondering like if you were to bring us in, I think early on in the process for something that you want to design on your acres.
I mean, I guess we were talking about like we wanted to make these little rentals and we wanted to do this. So you could totally just do that.
Right. So like typically you would probably hire a surveyor because if you need boundaries, or maybe you bought the property and it already has that.
Shit.
Because like we need setbacks and stuff too, right? We're not legally certified to do that stuff. We have never touched any of that. Like we don't deal with boundaries and all that. We're not going to, submit plans to the county or whatever. Like we're not surveyors.
Now I remember what I was going to say. What would something like that cost? Have you figured out that cost to go, okay, hey, like, for tile. Okay, this tile is this much per square foot. Are you charging per square foot or how do you...
Pricing is so challenging.
Yeah. It is. It's hard to.
People, I think, will always want to be like, well, it's it's this many square feet. I'm like, okay, well, a 10,000 square foot box is a lot different than a 10,000 square foot maze.
Mm-hmm.
It's how much detail do you need? The complexity,
Yeah.
We have like built-in costs, of course. Like we always know, like there's a mobilization fee. Like we don't get out of bed for less than whatever, right? The internal cost of like the labor, the day rate thing, the equipment being used. We're using $100,000
per
plus
job. Yeah. No matter what, right?
So like those costs will always be there. Like I can tell you right now, if like you wanted photogrammetry, like, hey, drone map my my acre or two and send me that link you're talking about, where I can cruise around. It's like Google Earth on steroids. I can take measurements and it's really detailed. That's like $2,500. Like, easy. That's an easy. I know that's that. No matter what.
Yeah.
Pretty much depending. It doesn't matter how complex it is. But when you start LiDAR scanning stuff, and then now you need 3D modeling and shit, that's where it gets way more like,
a bit more complicated.
Yeah, right? Like let's figure out the scope and then the amount of detail and the timing of the deliverables. Because if you're like, well, I need this I need this next week. Okay. Well, if you want to pay the cut,
rush fees.
You want to pay the cut and line price? Like, all right, cool. Like,
right,
that could be this, but or if you have a little bit of time, then
yeah.
It's people too. Oh, you're only out there for a couple hours, and I'm like, I don't charge by the hour. I charge by the outcome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just I've been like that with 3D for years too.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been some people they blow my fucking mind with the whole like their perception of value based on time is so weird to me.
It's true.
Like No, like I did a gig. And I actually like this client, and I'm doing big things with them. But we did something like pretty fast and awesome. Like did a really good job, and sent it back. And he was like, "Hey, so I think that was too easy for you. I think that was easier than he thought it was going to be. Can I get credit towards the next job?"
Hell no. Hell
And
no.
in his defense, I don't think he's really like
But
Yeah.
being malicious, but
paying
he's
for
just
your experience.
Yeah,
though,
that's what I
too.
tell
Yeah.
people all the
Bro,
time.
I'm
You're
like,
paying
dude,
for my 20 years of experience of
fucking
doing
like,
this,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, you're not paying for
and he's cool. And again, I don't think like he was trying to be malicious, but I was still like, dude, like if you need a deal, just ask for a deal, bro. Like I got you. Like
Right.
I'm happy to give people deals. Like
Yeah.
especially people I work for already, whatever. Like if for
Sure.
any reason you need a deal, just ask for a deal,
Sure.
and I'll let you know yes or no.
Yeah.
But don't like come at me with that logic, because it's
Yeah.
like
That's bullshit.
I've never been penalized for being fast and efficient before. If
Exactly,
anything, it should be worth more money.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. That's
yeah,
what-
and the experience. Like oh yeah, it took me 2 hours and 6 years.
and 20 years
Yeah,
Or
sometimes.
sometimes
like,
20 years,
in my
depending on
case,
who
it's
you're
like
talking
I've been
to.
doing this 20 years. That's
But
why I can do
sure,
it so
like
fast.
I've only been doing the 3D thing for 6 years, but you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Ooh,
just
you should put that on your invoices.
charge by the hour, not the outcome, or the outcome, not the hour.
outcome,
No.
But what?
This took me this much time for
Yeah,
blah
I
blah
know,
blah
I know,
in
I
6
know.
years. I love that.
Yeah. So budget challenges are funny. I think my biggest challenge when it comes to budget stuff is I get brought in too late in the game. If someone's already been involved, that happens to me so much, dude. I always
Yeah.
get referrals like, "Hey, meet my friend. They've been working on this thing for 6 months."
Uh,
So that owner already has their price,
yeah.
and they're already fucking dealing with all these other expenses
Costs.
that they were.
Yeah.
So now, like, okay, I know it's going to save the day. Let's bring in the 3D guy who's going to show us what it's all going to look like, and we're going to make our decisions. It's going to be fucking awesome. But it's $5,000, and they're like, "Oh, well, blah 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 blah." It's like,
Yeah.
dude, well, like, what? Okay, like they get sticker shocked because they're already, like.
Especially as they dole out money to all these other vendors, right? And then you come in, it's like,
I get it. I remodeled my
Yeah.
house last year. It was one of the most stressful things I ever did in my life.
yeah.
I wanted to spend $100,000. I think I spent $150,000.
Oh,
Yeah, so
nothing ends on
If
time
I
or
had
budget.
to, if I had to
Never.
spend $2,500 on a rendering, dude, I would have been like, "What the fuck?" Like,
You're like, I don't
come
need
on,
that
man.
after
Like,
all.
Right. Right.
I'm like downgrading my tile over here, and like I can't pay that guy.
Yeah.
But it actually
But-
does like when you did the slab studio, I mean it saves so much headache,
Yeah.
right?
Doesn't
You
it?
just have a straight
And you
up
have a plan.
I think
you
it really helps.
And you've
you know
seen
exactly
it before. You know what it's supposed to
what
look
to
like.
do.
I think it really helps you make informed decisions.
Yeah, because we're like, oh, I don't like that over there.
Yeah.
Do this instead. Or
Yeah, and it
whatever.
might not be like 100% like the actual color.
No,
The
yeah.
lighting and color is my biggest challenge with that software, right? Like obviously lighting. Like if we were to start changing the Kelvin values of this
Sure.
lighting, like my shirt's gonna change. Like
Mhm.
everything here is gonna change. But the warmer you make the light.
Mhm.
So that's like probably the biggest. Another challenge I'd face in my 3D thing is when people start taking it too literal and like they start tripping on the colors, and I'm like,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
like it's like it's the vibe, man.
not-
It's
it's
so
not
it's
real
so
life.
close, but it's not
Yeah.
like it's not super real. But hey, it's real enough. So again, people's perception of value, I think, it's wild, man. So
That's in
dude,
any business.
I've worked with
yeah, it just is.
designers where they talk their client into buying a $300,000 chandelier.
Yep.
But giving me $10,000 was like,
Oh my gosh.
oh.
Totally
The guy
Yeah.
was
happens.
fucking like drawing our
Totally.
entire house in 3D and helping me
Yeah.
see every
Everything
Uh-huh.
before
cabinet,
it happened.
hardware and
Yeah.
faucet and lighting fixture. I was like, what? Come on, people.
But what you do working with you is just so invaluable, especially when we had you work with on our buildings. It's like sitting there with you for that 20 minutes and just seeing it before it happens
Yeah.
is like,
Yeah.
it almost is almost like, so I wouldn't even do a project now without going to you and just seeing the
I
3D
think
rendering.
with your project, I don't know if we really spec the materials with my thing, but I think we more so were it was about the layout.
Yeah, it was just space planning, but
Putting
it
up new
was-
walls,
it was
maybe
so
taking walls
invaluable.
out.
Yeah, it
I
was
think
so
we took walls out.
invaluable to have
No,
those
you
plan-
did desks because I wanted this and I
Yeah.
wanted to see this. And
Oh, it's Slab Studio.
I'm pretty no
Or
here.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty anal about what I want.
Yeah,
right?
she was pretty.
Like-
She's pretty anal.
Yeah.
We got into a little bit of detail, yeah.
Yeah.
I know with Slab Studio we
Now
got into
it's
more
beautiful.
detail.
Oh yeah,
Dude, that reception desk, I was tripping out when I
Fucking
walked in. I was
awesome,
like, whoa, that's the thing.
it came out pretty,
Yeah, yeah,
huh?
Yeah. And again, I didn't really design that. I followed your direction on that one.
Yeah.
But like it was cool.
Yeah.
But more and more, I am starting to throw my own little things in. I'll sprinkle on Easter eggs, like floating shelves and things like that, or like things that I think look good in someone's space. And I've been on meetings where the designer and their client, and I kind of snuck something in, and the client's like, "I love that."
Yeah.
Okay.
And the designer's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah.
All that years of experience, right? You finally know. You finally know what your style is.
It doesn't happen all the time, but
no, when you're doing something for so long, you just get a good feel of what's going to look good. You know, like people.
You introduced me to Mandy. She's awesome, by the way.
Yeah. Remember that fucking round
Access Design Consulting?
that round the medallion.
Oh, on the floor, yeah.
And the client was just, I was like,
oh Jesus,
Brian.
I did another one of those.
Brandon, take this one.
Recently, I did a foyer, like when you walk in, medallion on the floor in El Dorado. Yeah, she brought me into a really cool bighorn job, and the renderings turned out so nice that client was like, "Hey, we want to get into the backyard now."
Nice.
And Mandy kind of wasn't really part of that. She was like, "Yeah, I might like do the barbecue or something, but like you should work with them directly."
Mm-hmm.
She was really nice and giving me to this client, and it was super cool. And they were like, "Yeah, like we're using some great contractors and stuff, but like we kind of want to see." They do nice designs and all, but we would love to see what you would do, just because I think they wanted something a little more possibly unique, So I ended up basically like redesigning this bighorn backyard, where it was the first time that I was like given the keys to the kingdom.
Oh, wow. It's all you.
Yeah, I wasn't really speccing all the materials. I was showing placeholders as a suggestion, but it was definitely like the shape of the pool and like some other stuff that was kind of had like an elegant curve to it, like this big retaining wall planter bed thing. And they were blown away, man. They were super stoked,
and they're super nice people.
I think, and they ended up doing most of it. It was also the first time I got the whole like, they loved my design, but then can we change that? And then let's change that too. Oh, now we want to change this. And I was like, oh, what? So
the domino effect.
Eventually they chopped enough away to where I'm like, well, at least they kept the shape of the pool. So
got something out of it.
Yeah, so that happens. But no, man, since then I've been getting a lot more, again, where someone did bring me into this, there's a capital firm doing a lot of really awesome vacation rentals. And I'm starting to...
In India?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know those guys?
I'm working on them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
crazy.
Can we say names?
I don't know.
Or should we not? No.
The biggest pool, right? Or the
Stay
biggest...
Laundry?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the big lazy river. Yeah. Anyway, I like those guys. Those guys are great. So I just designed this massive water slide for those guys. I have a really cool property.
Sweet, man.
Dual water slide, crazy observation deck. Like it's fucking badass. Those guys are starting to trust me with more and more, projects. So
yeah, it's amazing.
But that's where again the pool guy will be like, hey, let's call a designer, and I'm like, guys, I'm not I'm always like, I'm not the designer. I'm not a designer, but I'm like,
I can help you.
Finally,
out.
I'm like, sure, whatever. Like, what do you need?
Right.
Yeah. So actually, we're working on a really cool one in Palm Springs right now. That was the first one they brought me in on.
Huh.
I can't wait till that construction, I think, is starting soon. It's a boutique hotel. They had an empty lot next door, and they basically gave me this big rectangle, and we're like, make it awesome. So yeah, we're doing like another lazy river and pickleball court, and
you have to have a pickleball court in Palm Springs.
Wellness center, cold plunge, sauna, all the good stuff.
Man, you're a busy guy, man.
Yeah. So now that I've had the ability to laser scan everything and generate more accurate data, my 3D business has picked way back up again. So it's been this like crazy,
it's like a full circle
ping
kind
pong.
Of thing,
yeah, it's like this ping pong thing, man. It's just like whoa.
That's awesome though. You built a business that feeds the other one. I mean, it's a freaking pretty.
So
brilliant,
Raiden Concepts like blew up in like Q2 of last year, where I was like record numbers, like, oh my god, this is amazing because I was able to do this now.
Mm-hmm.
But then like I did this thing where I kind of like had a pile of cash enough to be comfortable, where I was like, I stopped really focusing on Raiden Concepts, and I put everything in a drone scope, like hard, like gnarly. And then by the end of the year, I was like, oh yeah, I should probably pay attention to my other business again.
The baby.
Yeah, the one you started first.
It's the baby that brought you here.
And it dwindled like a lot. Like, but then out of nowhere, I started picking up again, and it's like it's been this just like crazy roller
Yeah, but
coaster.
that's
cycle.
fucking sales, man.
Um,
That's sales.
and it's the
It
market,
just
right?
you just never know.
yeah,
The market
yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of tells you where
So
to go.
Right.
I'm in this like weird. So I guess I know we're probably gonna cap this off soon. You know where we're at right now, like today, is drone scope mapping we got approached about a month and a half ago, dude. So I'm a huge fan of, you know, you build it and they will come.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So remember that $70,000 terrestrial scanner we bought?
Yeah.
Well, because we bought that fucking thing, yeah. These guys got a hold of us somehow through whoever, and I think actually the dude that sold us the equipment, they had to go through like 4 channels of people before they ended up at that guy. And he's like, "Oh, you should talk to drone scope mapping. Like that's what they do. They're badass." This construction firm out of Canada, major like worldwide construction firm
wow.
based in Canada, has a VDC department, stands for Virtual Design and Construction.
Mm-hmm.
They have a department solely based on just that. And they're like, "Hey, like we're starting to get more opportunity in the States, but we can't really send our guys over there. So like, you know, work visas and whatever.
We need you. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking for a strong partner down there." They're like, "Will you travel?" And we're like, "Yeah, like we'll go anywhere."
You're like, will you pay for my hotel?
Dude,
Boom.
they pay all travel reimbursables are covered, plus
Nice.
the fees are good. So they were I was like raving about how good we were at 3D modeling and all this shit. And they're like, "We don't need that. We just want the data." And I was like, "Wait, what? You just want the point cloud?" And they're like, "Yeah. But also the Matterport. You have a Matterport?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I got a Matterport." We need that too. Like we need that. And we need you to take photos of like points of interest, like electrical panels and everything else that you could want to understand about a space, you know, high res photo of it. And then, yeah, so we're basically doing site documentation now.
Mm.
They call it a site survey. And I know I started to touch on this earlier. We don't like to use the word survey like ever,
Right.
because
Yeah, 'cause
I want to
you're
be
not
really respectful of those guys. Those guys are licensed and they went through years of school, and a lot of them are getting bummed at guys like us right now because people off the street are just buying this. I've heard people call them carpetbaggers. Just buying this equipment and starting to fucking
Business.
we're surveying. And
Yeah.
it's like, dude, it's slippery slope. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to do that. Anywho, we're doing all this like site documentation now, which is VDC capture, as I'm calling it, and we're making way more money than we ever did doing anything else.
Wow.
But dude, in the last 2.5 weeks, we've been in Houston, Aspen,
Oh, so you're traveling.
and
huh?
I was in New York last week.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. So I woke up in New York on Friday at 1 a.m. Pacific time
Mhm.
and did my 12-hour travel day home and went right to Coachella with my wife
That's awesome.
for
That's a hell of a
2
day.
days. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took yesterday off and stayed home with the kids.
Yeah.
So beat. Um,
Can only do 1 or 2 days of Coachella
yeah,
these
yeah.
days. It's too,
I don't
it's too
party
much.
anymore either, actually. I'm still fucking tired.
That helps.
I haven't drank in 4 years.
Really?
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was gonna take 90 days. That was my plan, but I like to attribute my businesses doing well to that.
Absolutely. You're clear-minded.
I'll get
man.
back to having some at some
Clear-minded.
point, but yeah, I know I've been sober for like 100% sober for like 4 years, so that I think that really helps everything. But real quick, so back to where we're at right now, drone scope mapping, doing all this amazing VDC capture. We are at that point where if we're going to continue, dude, like it's so funny. Like we have drones in our name and mapping in our name, and we're kind of not really doing either, like right now. And I've come to terms with like, if we're going to continue like mapping,
Mm-hmm.
it is kind of a fine line between, you know, the survey community going like, careful guys, like, I don't know, man, like,
Crossing the line.
yeah, the argument could be made that, you know, sure, we say we're not doing boundaries and we're not touching the legal data stuff. We're just
Right.
kind of helping people with existing conditions to understand the space for new design and
Right.
things. But man, if these documents do end up getting used for construction or anything like that, like that's where it gets a little, the liability
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, but
climbs.
don't you just note it? Right? It's like
We
when people ask me for referrals for a tile install or whatever, I mean, believe me,
we
it
put
says
lots of disclaimers on our plans.
Yeah.
But again, I think we're only going to get away with it for so long. I made a post on LinkedIn recently, actually, about my laser scanning stuff, and all excited, and I was getting a lot of praise. But then a couple surveyors caught wind of it and started kind of circling me on there.
Oh God.
And then I had a buddy back me up who was like an engineer, and those, and even more of them jumped in and were like, "You're not licensed in our state, like fuck you." Like,
wow.
so I was like, dude, like, ugh, like, all right, everyone calm down. Like, I'm not trying to bum anyone out.
Right.
I just stayed quiet. I didn't respond because
This is the time you call Amir Astar.
well, it's funny because I always wanted to like stay in my lane. Like, dude, I'm not like not trying to push into your guys' work.
Right.
Like we're dude,
Can they do your work?
Here's the thing. A lot of what we're doing, they don't offer.
Yeah. So I mean, come on.
But when it comes to CAD files of like a site and showing where an existing building is and things like that,
Yeah.
they have a lot of codes and laws where I think some of that language can say, yes, that does constitute surveying or it falls within scope of our services. So you guys are practicing out of licensure. And I started reading some of that shit and I was like, ooh,
Yeah.
they're kind of not wrong. So
social media though, man.
I immediately called a surveyor that I know and was like, hey, dude, what would it take to get you to, partner with us? Like, be our guy.
Yeah, there you go.
We've always put that we're prepared to partner with them. We want to be a supporting partner to them.
Right.
And we just
collaborate.
but we haven't like come across anything that we really needed it for. But now I'm like, well, okay, if we get a licensed surveyor on our team, I might start shopping that service around. I wasn't really trying to before,
right.
But now
but you guys started circling me.
Kind of push me in that direction.
So
Well, you know what they say,
okay.
man. If you don't have
Yeah.
haters, you ain't popping.
No.
So you got some haters out there.
and again,
so you must be popping.
In their defense, I understand why they, were chiming in that way. But yeah, I'm just like, dude, all right. Like, I'd like to do it legit, So yeah, I think if we're going to continue like using mapping in our name and offering maybe like site plan services, we weren't really doing any site plans before, I think it looks like next month, actually, we're bringing a surveyor into our fold who's going to do quality assurance and quality checking on all of our data.
That's
and he's
awesome,
gonna,
man.
if needed, he can stamp stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to open doors. Like
Yeah,
I'm starting to do a lot more design for large lots and stuff to where I'm like, okay, we can do the survey too and then show the setbacks and I can design within those setbacks.
Wow.
Like, dude, okay.
I think it follows in your business plan.
Yeah.
Like that's how we've always kind of done things, right? You just pivoted as needed. And this is just another example of that, right?
So we're getting so busy though, like we've been flying around doing all this like, site capture stuff where I'm like, I can't be the one doing this, dude. Like,
Yeah.
so we have to start scaling. Like I got to start buying more equipment and training people. And I'm sure you guys understand the scaling thing, right? Like
it's a fine line, man.
Yeah, when you
It's a
started
fine
hiring
line.
employees, right?
Yeah.
Like, didn't it get
That's
scary?
When the money goes. You don't know where it's going.
Well, you just gotta make
The
sure
overhead.
they
You gotta
show up
build,
on time.
and you got to build a good team, which you'll figure out. It seems like you got a lot of people
yeah.
that
Well,
can help.
that's
you
the
out.
next step. So I've kind of come into this like area where I'm like in the middle of these two companies, and trust me, I wish I was just giving out one business card.
Right.
It gets confusing when I'm like, well, here's this one for this, and here's this one for that, and they're like, well, I'm like, same number, same name, but like.
Yeah, but you know what? You should be hiring somebody to do Raiden concepts.
Oh,
and then you do the final editing and put your stamp on it. Like, okay, this can go out.
I have a killer employee in Brazil, actually.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he does amazing work, and he's affordable, and he's just so awesome. Such a good dude. I've been working with him for years, and just lately, finally, I've gotten busy enough to where I can actually kind of keep him going.
Oh, cool.
Not like full time, but like he does other gigs. But like, I stoke him out. So, and he's really helpful. So he does do a lot of the heavy lifting for me, and then I'll do the final like fine tuning with the client type thing. But the problem, not necessarily the problem, but a lot of my work with certain clients, though, the real value with me again is like you're not just paying for a few pretty images. We sit together and do real-time design sessions, as you know, because sometimes you don't know exactly what you want yet. You have an idea-ish. You're like, dude, I know I want a bar over here, but like, we gotta woodshed this thing. We gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
So you and I sitting together, even on Zoom, I'll share my screen and you'll go like, move that over there. Nah, try this, try that.
Yeah.
I can't have him do that. It's got to be me.
Yeah.
So that's certain gigs. Like I have to touch 100%. Sometimes I'll get it into a pretty good place and then kick it over to him and go, hey, dude, make this look fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Do the rendering part. So again, with the rendering stuff these days, the AI thing is so fast and incredible, but it doesn't have the control that I have. We can get extremely custom. and we could fly around your space. Everyone's trying to, claim that 3D rendering is dead because of the AI thing. And I'm like, I mean,
I don't think
it's, sure, man. If you're just selling a couple pretty pictures, yes.
Yeah.
But no, if you truly want to fly around your space in real time, real time design sessions is like where I think the true value is. So I don't know. I think that my next frontier is scaling. Maybe both companies. Maybe eventually having just one company kind of rebranded as one name.
Yeah.
That offers all of this shit under one umbrella. And I'm just kind of managing people, time, and money. And then sure, if I have a few niche design gigs that are paying enough, I'll do this.
I'll do that.
That'd be great.
Awesome.
We're kind of running up against time.
Yeah,
I gotta ask you as a music fan, what's your involvement with the Punk Rock Museum? I know you were part of that, or founding of that.
Right.
Takes you back to your music
Amazing.
days. How did that
such
that
a
come up?
great question. Well, I grew up on all that stuff. Love it. Absolutely love NoFX and bands like that. So Fat Mike, the singer from NoFX, decided to start the Punk Rock Museum in Las Vegas. And because I had started doing this 3D thing in 2021, I was still pretty early in the game.
Yeah.
I had gotten a call from someone that was like, hey, I think you'd be a good fit for this project.
Oh,
and I was
so you designed that place, huh?
Well,
you helped design it.
I can't claim design, but I was part of the design team. I was part of the pre-planning and design for 18 months leading up to the opening.
Wow.
Dude, so
awesome,
so I got this call and like interviewed on Zoom basically, and they were like, you're going to be working with Fat Mike from NoFX and Fletcher from Pennywise and like all these like, I was like, what?
All these guys
like,
you grew up
my
listening
high school
to,
self
right?
was like pinching myself like, whoa.
That's awesome.
So I was like sitting on Zoom with these dudes and I was like, oh my God. And then I got to hang out with them in person finally. So yeah, I was the instrument through which when anyone had ideas, there was a lot of cooks in the kitchen on that job.
Yeah.
A lot of people had lots of different opinions and
I hate that more than
but
anything.
I was just like, whatever, guys, like I'll just fucking show you what it looks like. I did offer input here or there. Like,
you say
I think it'd be
who's
cool to do
paying
this.
the bill? That's who I'm listening to.
And that wasn't like a big money gig for me. Same thing when I used to do Golden Voice. I eventually started doing renderings for Golden Voice, which is really cool too. We didn't really touch on that, sorry, but I would do renderings for Coachella and Power Trip and all that. To me, those jobs weren't about money. They were relationship gigs.
Yeah.
I just fucking love being involved.
Yeah.
I love those entities and what they're about. So yeah, man, I did the museum thing. I helped those guys. And whenever they would want to see anything, I would show it. And they would all have meetings about it, make decisions.
Yeah.
So Fat Mike gifted me shares of the museum.
Oh,
so I'm a shareholder.
Okay.
And I'm on the founder's wall.
That's awesome, man.
Wow. That's
They were like,
amazing.
send me a picture. We're going to do these caricatures.
Oh, damn.
These fucking goofy pictures. And dude, I'm like right there. And like,
this is in Las Vegas, right?
yeah.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
so I gotta go check. I've been meaning to like go to Vegas and actually check this thing out because
so I'm a founder.
I grew up on punk rock a little bit too. I'm more of a hip hop '90s kid,
Nice.
but hip hop and
it's
punk
rad.
are
It's
like cousins, bro. They're like-
chronological. That was the big challenge. Was like, where do we start? Is it like 70s New York or is it 70s UK?
Yeah,
And,
then
there was like this big back and forth.
there's a big like
So,
just
you
debate
get
about
into
that.
like Iggy and the Stooges, and then you start moving through, and then like you get into like 80s hardcore, Black Flag, and fucking like Los Angeles, and all like the New York hardcore share, the East Coast stuff like Bad Brains, and stuff like that.
love
Dude.
Bad
Like
Brains,
it's
man.
so rad. Like it goes through all of it. You even get to like the early 90s, and like Kurt Cobain's couch from his studios in there.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Nirvana.
Shit.
I know it's like grunge or whatever, but like they were in
Still,
punk
that's-
rock.
yeah.
Dave
Yeah.
Grohl was in a band called Scream, punk rock band.
Yeah,
He was before Nirvana.
it's all tied together.
Oh, dude!
It's all
Every
tied
member of
together.
Foo Fighters was in some punk band back in the day.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Punk Rock Museum's rad. I think everyone should check it out. It's really cool if if you're into it. If you,
Where is it? I
in
mean, no,
Vegas.
I know
it's,
that.
it's in
but
the Arts
where?
District. It's like not too far from the Stratosphere.
Okay.
It's by where the design district is. I looked
Kind
at
of,
it.
yeah.
Oh,
Where we
okay.
were. Yeah,
It's right next to Little Darlings.
Okay.
We were right
Big
by
strip
it,
club.
but it was
Yeah.
closed.
Yeah.
So, but that's awesome, man. What a cool project, man.
That's the kind of shit that was full circle for sure. I was like, whoa,
That
like
is cool,
because I
man.
went down this like
Amazing.
trippy path, like
Yeah.
I'm doing this, like oh my god, like so I think consistently making good decisions over time, as it is with life, is the move.
Yeah,
It leads
for
you
sure.
to things that you never would have done before.
For sure.
By the way, when the pandemic came and that everyone lost their job, the guy that took over my job at the hotel lost his job a month before I lost mine.
Oh, damn. So it
You
would
talk
have been
about security.
It wouldn't have been
Yeah.
mattered anyway, right? So it was meant to be.
But my point is that if I wouldn't have taken that leap, if I would have been like, no, this is my secure thing, I would have lost my job faster.
Yeah.
The guy I was working for when the pandemic hit at least paid me for a month, hoping that shit would come back.
Right.
But again, my point there to like wrap this all up is like, you have to take chances. You have to take risk. You have to
follow your gut.
Yeah, like, you know.
No. Listen.
What the hell is that fucking thing? Sorry, I have this like thing on my LinkedIn page, and I'm so sorry.
I didn't know LinkedIn worked.
I know. I can't read.
So when he made
it's so good, but I can't remember what the hell it says.
It's a quote, I'm guessing.
If you're worried about the cost of going for it, you should see the price of staying exactly where you are.
Phone drop.
Baby.
Phone drop.
It's so good, I couldn't remember it.
That's it, man.
Couldn't remember what it was.
You need to have it tattooed on your arm.
Well, with that phone drop, we're gonna thank you for coming in, man.
Yeah,
You've been a wealth of knowledge. You're a rising star in our entrepreneur community.
Oh, thanks, man.
We personally love working with you. Where can our audience find you? What's the best place to reach out? And if they need some renderings or if you want some new clients, where is the best place to contact you?
Each business has a website. Not very great websites. Sorry. www.dronescopemapping.com.
Okay.
Raiden Concepts, same thing. Raydon Concepts.
Instagram's a good place.
Shit,
okay.
Yeah, LinkedIn, whatever. I probably should meet someone that could help me with my marketing stuff. I just don't want to make a Facebook post about it because then I'll get thousands of recommendations
this is what
from everyone's cousin.
I have a friend who's looking for this.
If I can meet the right person, that's like, oh yeah, like they're gonna elevate our game. I'll invest in that, but I don't know who that person is yet.
Maybe you'll find them after this show drops.
I might be looking for you.
Yeah, that's it. So we want to thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Sorry I went so long
but you
over
have
time.
a lot of life lessons to teach our audience. We're real happy we've been wanting to bring you in. So thanks for coming.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Sure.
If you guys found some value in that conversation, you know the routine. Like, subscribe, and follow. And we'll see you next time on CV Hustle.
Dragging on the marble floor, breakfast in bed. Girl, bring me some more poached eggs with the truffle on the side.